Hi guys, so this time I'm just sharing a replay of one of my best battles. I know there are some channels that specialize in making videos like this, but I'm going to do it differently. Because I will give some explanation about what I do. And I did this because I remember, when I was a beginner and saw a video like this, I was confused by some of the things he did while playing with his vehicle, but I was too lazy to ask, just like some people who watched my video. To be honest, until now I still often see videos like this when I am going to or have just bought a vehicle. Before playing it I will search on YouTube by typing in the type of vehicle, and for beginners I suggest you do that too. There are several purposes in doing that. The first is to see the advantages and disadvantages of the vehicle. The second is how to position the vehicle on the terrain or map he is playing on. Then we can also see the equipment he is using. You can see the equipment I use at the beginning of the video, and for terrain and maps like this, it is one of the most suitable equipment sets for this vehicle. For the crew skills that I have trained, you can see them later at the end of the video. Previously 3 missed shots and 1 blind shot, so 4 ammo without damage, but that's normal, and the RNG won't always be bad like that. That's what I meant before. Facing light tanks in terrain like this is very difficult because there are many depressions, and when they move it is difficult to guess where they are going, so we can only guess and hope they will go in the direction we imagine. There is no harm in trying rather than not trying at all. Because of the many tries there will definitely be one that succeeds. When I'm not aiming and shooting I usually always glance at the minimap, and right now I'm worried about Line A, because there are already a lot of enemies there and they have controlled that area. I think the enemy will immediately make a push, because only Tiger 131 is left there, and when they push I will be surrounded here and become an easy target. So before that happened I had to retreat to look for a better and more strategic position. Right after I made my move, Tiger 131 was destroyed. Luckily I wasn't too late. This is my game, I'm controlling this tank. But I need to remind you, I'm not playing alone because there are other players on the team. Some people make mistakes, that's normal, and I think it's like that on the enemy's side too. And fortunately there are also players on the team who contribute more, for example player T50-2 where he moves forward to spot the enemy. He only gets 172 damage in battle, but is ranked 4th by experience, which means he gets a lot of assist damage. Thank you to player T50-2, because without his help I wouldn't have been able to get the 2 kills and almost 900 damage that just happened. The enemy was getting more pressing, and I tried to get further back so as not to be spotted. I thought I saw an opportunity here, so I stopped for a moment to check. I got 1 more kill, and thanks to those who spotted the enemy. Previously I thought the AMX-12T player would return to the same place, so I made a blind shot at where he was before. If you notice from the start I often don't take too long to aim, especially on light tanks, and did a lot of blind shots. I do that often and sometimes it produces results, even though it hasn't happened in this battle. I'm currently paying attention to the surrounding area to see if there are fallen trees or something else that indicates there are enemies. Finally, it worked after a long time of trying. Because I was spotted, I moved my position and looked for another bush to hide in. Now the score is equal, there are 4 players left each, and because I still have a lot of HP, I think about making a breakthrough and pushing back. I changed my mind, because after seeing the direction of fire from the enemy SPG, one of them was from here. And we just lost one SPG. Honestly, I was quite impressed with one of the enemy's SPGs being clever in finding a position to surround us from different directions, and I also often do that when playing with SPGs. And we lost the last SPG. I thought one of the enemies had approached from line A, because the enemy light tank was quite far away and it was impossible for him to spot our SPG. Now I'm the only one left alone, and honestly I'm most worried about the enemy's light tank, especially that player who has already gotten 4 kills, so I think I'll focus on him and try to kill him first if there's a chance. This IKV-65 player kept getting closer. It seemed like he was waiting for an opportunity to ambush me after I was spotted again. Before that happens, I have to do something, so I'll deal with it first. Luckily, he only has a little HP left, so it only takes one shot to destroy him. For me now, the key to victory is destroying the enemy's light tank, Even though his HP is low, he is too fast, so I try to find a bush to hide in, and think about waiting for him to be spotted by me when he moves and looks for me. I didn't expect that he had gotten ahead of my plan. Fortunately, the distance between him and me was very close, so he was immediately spotted. So let me tell you something about this. You see the blue circle around my vehicle on the minimap? That is the distance where the enemy will be immediately spotted. I will explain this in more detail later in another video, along with an explanation of concealment and how camouflage works. In this situation, I was sure I would win this battle, because I had faced situations like this many times against two SPGs at the last moment. But even so, I had to remain careful, because I realized that one of the enemy SPGs was very experienced. We could see from his elite level. With one shot I could have been destroyed, and if the two of them could work together well, that could happen. So we must not underestimate the enemy, because that is the beginning of defeat. I also often see this happen where SPG players can bring victory to the team and become the last players remaining. Currently, I'm still trying to find another enemy SPG. I don't want him to suddenly be behind me when I chase this experienced player. Luckily, he missed with that shot. I think he was a little nervous because he shot too fast. Maybe because he saw that I had destroyed 7 vehicles. I used to experience that often too. Fortunately, it's rare now. If you have doubts and questions about what I do, please write in the comments column. I need to remind you that it is impossible for you to experience something similar like this 100%, but at least there are several situations that will be similar. And you can use the same method or do some improvisation. Or you can think about, what if you are on the enemy side and are fighting me? After seeing this, I think you can find a way to destroy my tank. For example, if I am an enemy light tank, I will keep my distance when spotting and try not to be spotted, so that the SPG can shoot freely from 2 different directions. Or I could also wait for them all to approach before taking action and charging together. There are many other ways. Maybe you have also thought of a way. Please tell me if you have a better way. Maybe you have thought about what you would do if you were the enemy's SPG? Hopefully this video is useful and can add to your experience.